Hey guys, so we're going to go over how to use SpriteUV for 3D. And what we're going to do is we're going to use assets that were exported using Substance. And the assets came from this model here. And so I've actually already exported the assets. As you can see here, all the assets from Substance have been exported. And so now what we want to do is basically merge the textures. And so let's go to SpriteUV. And the first thing that you want to do is you want to get that FBX file. I'm going to drag that in there. And let's start off by adding the first item. So actually, first things first, you can see all the information about the FBX file here. And so you have your UV sets and the materials. And so let's start off by let's work on the character. So we're going to choose the image source. Let me just find it here. And so like I showed you earlier the different textures, and so we're going to start off with the albedo transparency texture for the character. Let's select that. Okay. And you can see it's become quite a mess. So since we selected the character texture, we're going to need to select the UVs for that texture. So the first thing that what we want to do now actually is specify that material. And so if you go here to the repack material, by default it's all, and so we want to select custom. And as you can see here are the material names. So since we selected the character, let's just type that in. And since we added one, let's just add two more. So next one I'm going to do, and to add another one, you want to select add item here. And then again, as before, we're going to need to select image source. So go back here, and so I think I'm going to add the legs. And so since this is for the albedo transparency, let's select that again. For the legs this time. And then it's basically the same process as before. So let's go to custom here, and then take a look at our material names. Let's type in legs. It's going to select in legs. And then let's just add one more. So let's go back to here, add item. And lastly, I think I want to add the plating for this model. So let's go to the albedo transparency for the plate. And then go to custom, type in plate, and there we go. And then next we are going to want to start doing some other settings for this before we actually actually build the texture. Let's go to the atlas list, and so we just want to rename this. And since this is for the albedo transparency, let's just name this one albedo. And then we want to select where it's going to save. And so I would actually like to save this in this assets folder here. But basically you select wherever you want to save them. Okay, let's set that up. And then we want to go up to the export group. And the export group output path is going to be the same, so just set this here. And then lastly, we're going to want to go to the Atlas settings. And since I know that I'm going to have a lot of space for other textures as well, I'm just going to go ahead and set the quality of this to 256. And then actually that should be pretty much it. So if you hit build, It's just going to take a little bit of time. Okay. And here's a link to that. So it's going to, if you click that, it's going to open a folder for you. And let's just take a look at it. And everything seems to be in order. So let's do this for the other maps as well. So we're going to go back to SpriteUV. Let's close this out. And under the Atlas list here is you're going to hit this plus sign. And we're going to want to change this name. So first I'm going to add the normal and select where it's going to save. And then let's add a couple more. Let's do the metallic. And I'll add 2 more after this. And ambient occlusion. And then the emission. Okay. And then the next thing that we want to do is add those maps for each of the different items under here. And so, as you can see, if you want to add additional maps, you click this plus button, and I already have one here, so I'm going to select the normal here, and then select the source. And so this is for the character, and it's for the normal map. So I'm going to select that one. Okay, so that one looks good. And then we're going to add the metallic. Select the metallic for this one. Okay. And I accidentally deleted that one, so let's just add it back in. The ambient inclusion. Right here. And then lastly, the emission. And that will be this one here. Alright, so that's set up for one item, so let's just do it for the other ones. And I'll just do this in one go. Normal, metallic, inclusion, emission. And then don't forget to select the sources for each of these. So this is the legs and normal, so you just go through and select all these for each of the next items. The emission is here. Let's just do the ambient inclusion with this one. Okay. And then next we're going to go to the, and doing this for all the items is going to take some time because as you can see we have 6 items here. So I've already went ahead and prepared the file for you guys just to speed things up a bit. So I'm just going to take that and drag that in here. And then as you can see, everything's all set up for each of the items. And so all we need to do is just hit build here. And it's going to build out the all the maps. Okay, well that took some time to build, but let's go see what it looks like in Unity. So I'm just going to open up Unity here. And let's add the model to the scene. Okay, just going to zoom out a little bit. And next thing I'm going to do is assign textures to these materials. So you can do this by selecting all of them. And over here you see where you assign the textures. So let's start dragging them in. That. Actually, let's go with metallic first. And normal. Then let's click emission here, and then drag that into the color. And then lastly, occlusion. Okay. And then let's zoom in here. And then for the eyes, we would need to switch this, the material for the eyes here to transparent. There you go. If you take a look at this, and then if we go back to substance, I mean, you can see that it is pretty much the same exact thing. Okay, and after that, there's actually another cool feature that I want to show you that is new in SpriteUV, and that is the scaling feature. And so first, let's just go ahead and take a look at the texture we created for the albedo map. And basically, as you can see, maybe we don't want the character texture and the eye texture to be so big. And so with this new feature, we can actually scale these down so that we can squeeze more into this same map. Okay, so let's just go to SpriteUV. Close this out. And let's select the character one and then the eye one together. And see here you have this UV scale option here. And so I'm just going to take this down to 0.25. Okay, and with these settings, let's just create a new build just to see how it looks. Okay, so let's just see how that looks. So we're going to go to the folder where that was saved out as, and open this up. And I mean, as you can see, the character texture shrunk down, and as well as the eye, so we actually have all this space that opened up for us, so we can put something else there. Okay, so let's squeeze another texture in here. So let's go back to SpriteUV, close this out, and I would like to actually add a gun to this. So it's pretty much the same process, so let's drag this in. Okay. And it's exactly the same process. So select this one, and then we're going to add the other maps as well. We're going to go with the normal. And actually, since this gun doesn't have occlusion, we're going to remove that. And so let's add metallic, and then for the last one, let's do emission. And then we're going to need to select the corresponding maps. So I've already actually selected this one, but I'm going to select it again. And then for normal, put that there. Metallic. And then lastly, the emission one. Okay, and so that's pretty much it. So let's just hit build and see what this gives us. Okay, so let's see how this looks in Unity. So it's just gonna take a moment to import. Okay, so we got this heavy gun here, and so let's drag this into the scene. Have it there. I'm gonna just move it over here so you can actually see it. Right there, and then basically the same as what we did with the the actual model of the character, we're going to need to assign the textures to the material. So we got this selected, and then under here you have the textures. So let's first change the shader to standard specular. And then let's just start assigning things. And then let's click emission here, emission here. And then lastly, the normal map for the and the metallic. Sorry, this is the last one. Okay. So here we can take this all the way up to white. Close this out. And here you are. Okay, and I just, let's take a look at what this looks like. And you can see we still have a lot of space here. And so there's actually one more feature I want to show you. And so let's go to SpriteUV. And we're going to add a 2D character that was used in a previous video. And so let me just grab his assets here and drag these in. And the feature that I would like to show you is called Voronoi slicing. And so this is useful for things that, like for assets that are either quite long or awkwardly shaped, so that basically when you build the texture, it will fit it in a way, in a more efficient way. So to select Voronoi slices, or to have this be sliced that way, we go down to slice here and we just select Voronoi, and you can see it kind of changed on us. So if you like right here, it slices, and so you can change the cell count to maybe I don't know, maybe like 5, and you can see it breaks it up even more. And then let's just try building this out. Okay, so now that that's finished, let's just get this imported into Unity. And so while that's importing, let's just want to show you what this texture looks like now. Let's open this up, and so you can see like the components for the flag have been essentially cut up and fit into the texture where there is space. Okay. So let's see what it looks like. Got the flag here. Quite small, but here you go. And if we change this to shaded wireframe, you can see how it's where the cuts are, or I should say slices, but I mean you can see them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching.